This is Gradowski of WeAreChange.org, and I just found out someone that I know has passed away. His name was James Traficant. He died at the age of 73, and 6 months ago, this is what he told me.
I got to be careful. It's like a lot of friends say, they've already destroyed you, they've taken away your name. Be careful you don't get too much in the public eye again, because they'll kill you.
Now, as of right now, we don't know a lot of the details of exactly what happened to James. We do know that on Tuesday he was driving a tractor, and according to his aide, he got a heart attack, crashed the tractor, causing it to flip with him inside of it. He was rushed to the hospital, where he passed away today, September 27th, 2014. As of right now, the Traficant family is mourning the death of James, and they have not released any details about his death. And I wish to respect those wishes and not to spread any conspiracy theories, rumors, or assumptions online like other people are right now. But in this video, I want to pay tribute to really an outstanding, amazing life that James lived. James Traficant was well known for being the little guy who was able to stand up against big government. He was known as a blue-collar guy who was never afraid to be himself and to speak honestly from the heart. As a sheriff, he spent 3 nights in jail after refusing to foreclose on people's homes after they were laid off from the city's dying steel industry. Ed O'Neill was even making a documentary about him and is still currently finalizing it. In 1980, he was charged with taking bribes from the mafia, but representing himself, he was successfully able to convince the jury he was doing a one-man sting operation and was found not guilty. He then went on to become a congressman from Pennsylvania, and even as a Democrat, he slammed Bill Clinton many times and even told Janet Reno that she should be the governor of Beijing. In 2001, he was charged and convicted for bribery, not paying taxes, and corruption charges. He was expelled from the U.S. House of Representatives in a unanimous vote except for Ron Paul to banish him from Congress. James always made the case that he was politically prosecuted for being outspoken and standing against the government. And looking at today's political landscape, I think he was right. I mean, we have Timothy Geithner, who didn't pay taxes. He never went to jail for that. The head of Monsanto is now the head of the FDA. Now, you could see clear corruption, clear bribery, clear tax evasion by the Obama administration, and yet again, no one gets held accountable and sent to maximum security jail. Not a country club jail where they have golf courses and tennis courts and all this other crap. No, James Traficant was sent to real federal maximum security jail, and he faced the full sentence that he was served. And even when he was in jail, he decided to run for Congress and got 15% of the vote. The man was in jail and people still decided to vote for him. He was an amazing, charismatic human being, and the latest thing that James was working on was called Project Freedom. It was a plan, a bill, kind of a proposal to get rid of the IRS and the U.S. Federal Reserve System. You can check out the plan because the link is in the description below. He told me about this 6 months ago when I was able to spend some time with him in Orlando, Florida during a recent conference. Being around James, he was always very blunt, honest, spoke from the heart, and never was afraid to tell you what he thought about you. It was truly an honor and pleasure to be able to spend some time with him, and he is survived by his wife and 2 daughters. I leave you with James speaking as eloquently as he always did.
They create 169 new bureaucracies and agencies with all kind of positions and jobs. Just that one thing. Yep. So they're creating government jobs. Like that one year, they had the big explosion of jobs. It showed a great revival in America. It turned out that 400,000 of those jobs were part-time census workers. Yep. The government was paying. I mean, when it came to light, they were all embarrassed by it. Yep. Look, you got to go the old-fashioned way. Government can't be hiring people. Government got to get the hell out of the way. We don't need a Department of Energy, a Department of Education. We don't need an EPA. Congress has set standards. The states could operate within those standards and set up their programs. This is the United States of America, not the central government of America.
Let's not also forget that with Obamacare, the IRS has been increased more than ever throughout history than before.
Well,
even
my bill would eliminate the IRS, and even though I don't believe it was ever legally ratified, it would repeal finally and put the nails in the coffin in the 16th Amendment. And it's time we do that. Sons of bitches.
Very well said.